Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Sharmaine and today I'm going to be going over one of my favorite series that I read this year, the A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas? Here. This is what it looks like. So I read these this summer and I could not put them down. I started reading them as soon as I found out the last book was coming out. That was this one, A Court of Thorns, A Court of Silver Flames. The only thing I don't like about this book is that they changed the cover front. Like, this is the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one. I'm sure you guys are seeing a theme with the girl on the front. And then this one, they put a mask on. It's still nice. I'm pretty sure that they probably changed the rest of these covers then to match this. I'm assuming. This one is a lot more adult though. Like, this would not be a YA story in my mind. Whereas the rest of these are like more young adult-ish. I guess maybe they're going into more adult kind of series. This one's definitely adult. It's good. I liked all of them. They're a retelling on Beauty and the Beast. So the main character's name is Farah, and it says, when a 19-year-old huntress, Farah, kills a wolf in the woods, a beast-like creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged into a treacherous, magical land she knows only from the legends, Farah discovers her captors is not an animal but Tamlin, one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled their world. So, I don't really know how to do book review things without giving away spoilers, so I'm just going to point out, if you have not read these yet and you want to read them, I might end up doing spoilers in here, and I apologize for that in advance. Tamlin he's a fairy, and he's like the ruler of the summer court. And so there's summer, winter, fall, spring. Did I say them all? Maybe not. I don't know. You know the seasons, I'm pretty sure. And there's different courts and they all have different leaders, and there's been like a fairy war happening for a long time, and like the fairies used to like rule the humans, and then there was like a war and they stopped that, and fairy magic is like dwindling kind of thing. So as it says on the back, she kills the wolf and then she ends up going to live with him so that he doesn't like hurt her family. And the story on it is so good. The way that Sarah writes, like the author here writes, is like instantly the perfect movie in my mind. I could see everything, and I knew that it was like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but the nice thing about it is it starts out that way, but by the time you're like all the way through these books, like all of them, it's not just about that. Like, the characters are so rich and so easy to like even like the people that you think are like, you're not gonna like them, they're not like the villain, but they're not good and they're kind of like devious, you end up liking them. The way that she writes is amazing. Like, her background description of like the castles that you can like are reading about and everything, it's like, I don't know, it's a whole different level of writing. She also writes a Queen of Thorns? Queen of Thorns, maybe, I think it is. Nope, because this is Thorns. It would be Queen of Glass. Jeez. Look at this, it's on the back. Throne of Glass, there you go. That's a Cinderella retelling, and they start out that way, but they instantly turn into their own mythical, magical land of awesomeness. I don't know how else to describe that. They're amazing books. They're really big. Like, Corey, the nice thing is Corey actually bought me this. He knows that I like to read, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, we were actually at one of our fancy bookstores here, and I was looking at this book, and I was going between this and the Throne of Glass book, and I ended up picking the Throne of Glass book. So he sneakily like snuck back into the store and bought this for me. And I ended up reading this one first because I was like, oh, I should have bought that one. I love Beauty and the Beast. That would have been the one that I should have picked. And he was like, surprise! It was so nice. Like, he doesn't buy me flowers very often, but he does buy me books, and that's amazing. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I got, this one I actually got for a deal at the bookstore, which was nice. I had to wait until the very last book, this one here, was going to be coming out before I started them. I did actually read this, like, the minute that Corey bought it for me, which was, I think, like 2 years ago. But then I did reread it this summer because I knew that this one was coming out. And I wanted to have it... Actually, I think I read these in February, so maybe this is more of a, this is the books that I read in February kind of thing. I went through them so fast. I think it took me maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks to like read all 4 of these before the new one came out. I am so emotionally attached to these characters. The fairy people, and like the fairy has like 2 sisters. It's like Nesta and, oh geez, I'm probably not gonna remember her name now. Because Nesta was my favorite. Sorry guys, I should know this. Anyways, there's Nesta and I'm trying to figure out where it is and I don't see it. Anyways, it's Farah and her sister Nesta, and she has another sister, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting her name. Bad memory, can't help that. And the 3 of them, and like their dynamic and how they get along, and like how the fairies are trying to, like, some of the fairies are good and some of them are bad, but like, are they bad or are they good? And like the plot twists and the turns and like the outrage, the pure outrage I had at some of these books. There was a fight and I was like, are you kidding me? I set down the book. I wasn't going to read it anymore. Like, I was so mad. And then Corey was like, you got to finish it. You're too emotionally attached. You have to know that you can do this. And I was like, okay, I'll finish it, but I am not happy and they should know that. And like, I really have spent so much time being like emotionally attached to these books. That's one of my favorite parts of reading. Like, I don't, there's a lot of books that I haven't finished, but I don't waste time on books that I'm not going to finish. Like, these books, I was so mad that I wanted to stop reading it because I wanted to throw it across the room because I was so mad. So, like, the author knows how to get you. She can get you in that mood where you're just, like, so emotionally attached. Like, these become, like, not characters anymore. They're, like, people in your mind that you, like, know, and you're so mad at them for making the wrong choices. They know what they did. They know what they did. I don't know, they're just, her characters are so rich and so intense, and I don't want to give too much stuff away, and I don't really know how to do that without saying stuff, but I highly recommend picking them up. If you are one of my friends, because I do have a lot of my friends on here, and you guys want to read these, please let me know, because I am willing to lend them to you. I can't say enough good stuff about her work. I have not read anything from her, the author. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. That's the only part I'm not sure about. But I really, really recommend these books. Have you guys read books by her? Please let me know in the comments. Do you guys have recommendations for books that are like this? I haven't really given away a lot, so like I'm not 100% sure. But I'm afraid that I'll give away too many spoilers, and then that kind of just wrecks the video. So I am going to give this whole series, which I'm going to turn towards you and lift and try not to drop because they are heavy. So this is the whole series. I am going to give this whole series overall a 5 stars. I'm very, very like picky with my star rating on books, because usually there's something where I'm like, I don't know, it can be like a 4.5, or like usually a 3 to me is like a major, major good book. But the fact that these books kept me so enthralled, and I was so emotionally attached to these characters, and like I wanted them to succeed, and when stuff happened to them where like I was just outraged some of the times, like, and mad at them, like mad at them for making their life choices that I was deciding that they should not be making, even though I did not write these books. Like, I mean, there's some choices that Nesta makes in this book that I am not impressed with. She knows what she did. I know she's not real. It doesn't matter. She does come around. and I do love her. And honestly, this book is maybe not my favorite out of the series, but I love the main characters are Nesta and Cassian in this one, and I love them so much throughout the rest of this series that the fact that Sarah wrote a book like just specifically about them made it I don't know, it was like amazing of her, because that was, I wanted to know what happened to the characters outside of like the main story, and she did that. Like, she knew that the readers would want to know what happened to them, because again, her characters are so rich and like you get so emotionally attached to them, and I needed to know what happened to these two characters, because honestly, Cassian was my favorite character the entire book. Nesta made me angry most of the entire series. Honestly, she's very stubborn. She kind of reminds me of myself. I don't know what else to say about that. But when her and Cassian start to work together in this book, and like, sorry, that might have been a spoiler, but the way that they come together, it's just like so good and so positive, and like at the end of the book you're just like amazed and like happy. She did such a good job. Okay, so that's my review on the A Court of Thorns and Roses book series. Again, if you're one of my friends and you live near me and you want to borrow these, please let me know, because I am willing to lend them out. You do have a timeline and we'll have to bring them back to me eventually, like by this time next year kind of thing. They are fantastic. If you have not checked out any other books by her, or if you have checked out books by her and you have recommendations by Sarah, please let me know in the comments, because I don't know a lot of her books. I haven't actually researched her stuff that much, other than buying like the entire Throne of Glass series, which one day I will also do a review video on. I don't have any of her other books, I don't think. They might be sitting right behind me for all I know. I have a lot of books. But please let me know what you think. Is this, like, did I do okay on this book review? I've never done this before. I'm kind of trying to figure out how to expand my channel to do some book stuff and some unboxing stuff and some giveaways, and I'm just really having a fun time with it. And I don't know, that's all I have for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye.